Former St. Joseph Mayor Larry Stobbs passed away, as we reported yesterday afternoon. Stobbs died at age 84 and served as mayor of St. Joseph from 1994 to 2002. He was known for many accomplishments, including taking part in getting St. Joseph the award of All-American City in 1997. Current mayor of St. Joseph, John Josendale, said that the late mayor was generous and loved talking to everyone he met.
Larry was a very generous person. Larry's background was, when I first met him, he was a state trooper, actually. And then he became mayor of St. Joe. Very committed, always dedicated to St. Joe. Everything was about his family first, and then he always talked about St. Joe. He loved the city, he loved Missouri Western.
Now tonight at 10, we're going to hear more about the life and legacy of former Mayor Larry Stobbs from those who worked with him. The full story on the life and work, by the way, and all he did for the city is available online at newspressnow.com. Damning new testimony today about the police response to the Robb Elementary School shooting. The Texas Public Safety Director issues harsh words as a new image emerges showing officers' lack of action against the gunman. Cole Higgins has a closer look at the new developments and blistering remarks.
The facts are the facts. Mistakes were made.
The Texas Public Safety Director blasting local police response for failing to confront a gunman for over an hour as he murdered 19 children and 2 teachers. Colonel Steve McCraw testifying Tuesday before a Texas Senate committee investigating last month's attack at Robb Elementary in Uvalde.
There's compelling evidence that the law enforcement response to the attack at Robb Elementary was an abject failure.
McCraw says there were sufficient armed officers wearing body armor inside the school during the massacre. But a source close to the investigation says preliminary evidence suggests none of the officers attempted to open either of the classroom doors until moments before taking down the gunman.
1 hour, 14 minutes, and 8 seconds. You know, it's not just a lifetime, it's many lifetimes. And we can't have that in a post-Columbine environment.
The harsh comments come as new images emerge of the widely criticized police response. Security footage obtained by the Austin American-Statesman shows at least 3 officers in the hallway. 2 have rifles and 1 appears to have a tactical shield at 11:52 a.m. Then a second image shows they didn't try to enter any classrooms until 12:50 p.m.
You're there on the scene, you got an obligation to go and immediately engage the shooter.
Meanwhile, grieving parents demand action against School District Police Chief Pete Arredondo.
Standing back a whole hour, leaving them inside with that gunman is not right.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
We are learning also chilling new details about the shooter. Colonel McGraw says the shooter was on a pathway to violence at least 8 months before the attack, saying he made several purchases for rifle accessories like magazines, slings, and high-end optics after a family member refused to buy him a weapon. A month-long festival is in the works to bring attention to St. Joseph and to increase city pride. The community open house will start July 31st with a Guinness World Record-setting ribbon-cutting ceremony, followed by 31 days of events and activities highlighting the city of St. Joseph.
The biggest reason for doing this is to get people to be tourists in their own city, to fall in love with it. This city has changed a lot over the past 5 years, the past 3 years. We see a lot happening in our community, and people need to recognize that there is a world outside of our fenced-in backyard. I meet people all the time who honestly have not even been downtown in years, and it's something that I want to change. That's why I think.
Now the events will include concerts, food and drink festivals, fish tournaments, mountain bike races, and much more. Coordination will be between local companies, the city, the chamber, and the county.